retake, Sean. I'm a bit worried here for TSM. They'll go in for the attack, and Wardell does get the double, though, so that starts to feel a little bit more comfortable for TSM. And it looks like they should be good to go. Oh no, oh no, Steel comes in from the back. What? Subroza able to turn around in time.
How are you feeling about your guys' journey through First Strike?
I mean, to be honest, we're really happy. We were talking about after the loss, like how it was a good run, you know, like we didn't make it, we didn't qualify off the first qualifier, and we almost lost the second one. So coming from being really down bad and almost not qualifying for First Strike and just coming together and grinding hard and starting to dominate to the grand finals, and even doing well against 100 Thieves, you know, it would, like the first two maps were one OT and the other one 13-11. So we're really happy with our performance. Obviously, we wanted to win, but it just makes us more hungry for the next tournaments.
Right, absolutely. So statistically, you guys were slated to win split, but sometimes Valorant just does not care about statistics. Kind of walk me through the mindset going through that map, and then after the half, like kind of what was going on.
I mean, first of all, we lost almost every pistol, you know, so like the momentum was like on their side at every start of every map. But we were able to come back. I think we ended the first half 7-5. We adapted a little bit too late to how they were splitting on the bomb sites. Like we knew our aggro plays B main worked. We knew our aggro play A main worked. But we were playing too passive and just getting split on the first like 5 rounds, I think. And then when we adapted to this, I think we went out the half 7-5 and we did really good. And we were even up 11-7 on our T side. We had really good reads on how they were playing. We had really good reads on when they were playing retake in a bomb site. But our post play, I think, is where we lost the map. We lost, I think, a 3v2 situation on A that was on their forced buy round. And if we won that round, they would have been broke for our game point. So that round was crucial. We lost it. There's another round. We knew they had Killjoy ult, and we didn't make any plan to counter it. And we just kind of got like Killjoy ulted. We had to leave the bomb site. They won that post plant. So like I said, I think they were just more composed. They were just more composed on their retakes, and we weren't. And that's how they won that map at the end.
And so you guys are a team that has generally done consistently well, but you also have pop-off potential. And that's something that we've seen with 100 Thieves kind of a lot with this tournament. What are your thoughts on that, on the development of that roster and that squad?
I to be honest, props to them. You know, like they've been doing really well, especially because it's a fairly new lineup. I mean, I don't know if we should call it new. It's been kind of a while.
Right.
But they have it. I'd say 100 Thieves is kind of similar to our lineup. Is they have the right combination of a lot of experience on Hiko, Steel, and Nitro, and they have the right composition of young fraggers with Dicey and Asuna. And we're kind of the same with Hazen Cutler and me, Dro, and Wardell. And seeing their progress, you just know they're going to be a good team. And the way they play, like defaulty with really good execs, they're relying on good things to win. So I think they're going to be consistent. So props to them. They played really well. And I think we are going to be able to adapt to them later on because we know kind of what we did wrong. And I'm looking forward to the grind, you know, the rivalry if it's created.
Right. Do you have any words for 100 Thieves after this?
Oh, we're coming for them for sure. I know they're good. I know they won. You know, like I'm not taking any credit for them, but we know what we did wrong. I hope they know that and they understand it. We know what we did wrong.
Right, right. So you guys decided to do that triple duelist setup again. Kind of walk me through the thought process there with that lineup.
Okay, so obviously Sentinels all got nerfed. So off rip, it was kind of a question mark. So we kind of had a prac day where we sat back and kind of just thought things out, and we were like, oh, what if we remove Sentinels and we tried this instead? And obviously it's kind of like a shot in the dark, right? Like we don't know if it's gonna work. And like Hayes said in an interview, he said we're coming from a CS background where we're used to holding our own flanks. You know, we didn't have trips in CS. We had a guy lurking and holding our own flanks. So we're like, let's just try it out. And it worked pretty well in the scrims. And obviously, as much as it has its cons, it also has a lot of pros. So for example, if we run triple duelists, like adding arrays on me, for example, well, the execs are going to naturally be better because when we exec to a bomb site, I have an extra nade, I have an extra room bot, and I have satchels where I can scale really fast. I have my ult sometimes and stuff like that. Whereas if a comp has the sentinels, well, a Cypher and a Killjoy can't really do much on an exec, right? Like they place their stuff for the flank and they kind of just follow the group. So we kind of have better execs having this triple duelist comp. And the other factor I'd say that helps this comp is you have your fraggers play the agent they like playing. Like you can force someone to play you can force someone to play Cypher or Killjoy, but if if they don't like it, they're just naturally not going to perform. So if you put me on a Raze where I'm enjoying my time, and you put Drone on Phoenix, everyone's happy and fragging out, you know?
Right, exactly. And so what is kind of your thoughts on the potential and the growth of TSM so far this year?
Oh, I'm super happy with our growth. And my thoughts is like, I just think we're going to grind even harder. Like losing this final is just going to make us more hungry. We're just going to play more. We're going to add more variety to our play style, maybe create more comps, you know, like that people question all the time. We're going to create more comps, like, so we can surprise team, because I think right now, since we don't have that many comps, I mean, we do, but we just don't use them in matches. People kind of know what they're going into, you know, they're going to play against the TSM, the triple duelist. So I think coming into this year, we're going to try to create more things so we can surprise people and kind of get them off guard, so they never know what they're going to play against. Maybe today we were in triple duelist. Maybe today we got the Sentinels on the comp, you know?
Right. And so after you took that victory on Ascent, did you guys expect it to kind of be a reverse sweep after that? Or was it the one map at a time mentality?
It was definitely the one map at a time mentality, but we had in the back of our mind, let's just do it. Let's make history. Like, we were like, after we lost like 2 maps, you know, usually people are down, like, kind of sad thing, but we were kind of laughing and making jokes on TeamSpeak. We were like, man, let's just do it for the fans. You know, that's what we usually do, TSM. We throw like 2 maps and then we come back at the end. So we're like, it's time to do the usual TSM. And we're like laughing back and forth. And then when we won Ascent, we're like, let's go 2 more, like, just focus map by map. And I mean, we lost out, but I still think we should have closed out Split. That map, like, I think was too crucial for the BO5.
How do you feel about not having to play Icebox? Would you have rather played Icebox instead of like something like Split, or do you feel like everything worked out the way it's supposed to?
I definitely think we're more comfortable on Split because we naturally play it more in matches and we have more experience on it. But we have been working a lot on Icebox and we practiced it a lot, so we wouldn't mind playing Icebox at all. But yeah, we actually scrimmed 100 Thieves on Icebox, so we were kind of familiar with their playstyle on that map. So going into Icebox, I think we would have felt pretty comfortable for sure. But Split as well, you know, like, we have more experience on Split, so we didn't mind the Split pick at the start.
Right. And my last question is, do you have anything to say to the TSM fans?
I mean, I'd like to thank all of them. You know, that's like, I come from CS and I played with a lot of orgs. I played on C9, CLG, Ghost Gaming, and no fan base has like this much energy, this much like loudness, I'd say. You know, they're just like here on ups and downs. You know, they're like fighting for us when there's like beef on Twitter and all that. You know, they're amazing. So I would like to thank all of them. Like, you know, I'm sorry we didn't win, but we will be back just like always.
Their own to work with. Shoot.
Jeez.